I know every trope from trashy web novels by heart, so ever since being reborn into this world, I've braced for plot twists at every turn. I carefully cultivated the persona of someone with crippling paranoia. Delicate and fragile, I turned the Sinclair mansion into a fortress. I patted every sharp corner, triple-tracked my phone, and pinned a GoPro to my chest, recording 24/7. Even my parents ached for me, saying I needed to be showered with love. Years ago, a kidnapper staked me out for months but never found an opening. In desperation, he tried brute force, only to slam into an invisible security fence. He was caught on the spot, and so I grew up safely, wrapped in my parents' love. Until today, when a girl showed up clutching a DNA report. Tearfully, she introduced herself as Claire Sinclair, the real Sinclair daughter. "Sister, I'm not here to take anything from you," she said, eyes red. "I just want a complete family." With that, she grabbed my hand and threw herself dramatically toward a porcelain vase in the corner. Thud. Claire bounced off it and landed flat on her back. The smirk forming on her lips froze solid. A second later, she shrieked, "Are you insane? Who makes a vase out of solid rubber?" Claire lay sprawled on the floor, prodding the unmoving blue and white porcelain vase in disbelief. "Why won't this thing break?" "Oh, it's rubber. Solid rubber," I explained in a small voice, peeking out from behind my mother. "Claire, are you okay? The floor is cold. You should get up." My father rushed over to help her up, while my mother knelt beside her, her face etched with concern. "Did you hurt yourself anywhere?" Claire sat up, rubbing her tailbone in stunned silence, her face a shifting palette of white and red. My parents exchanged a look, their eyes filled with a familiar mix of worry and exasperation over my condition. "Claire, please don't mind her," Mom explained softly, patting her on the back. "Ava, she's had a phobia of fragile things since she was a little girl. So we had all the porcelain and glass in the house replaced with this custom-made polymer." The butler helped a limping Claire to her feet. The tear tracks on her cheeks were half dry, her expression a chaotic mess of disbelief and a new calculating curiosity. I approached her, feigning concern, and gently brushed the dust from her dress. "Are you hurt, Claire? Should we call the family doctor?" "It's all my fault. If I weren't so timid, we wouldn't have all these strange things in the house." As I spoke, my own eyes began to redden, tears welling up. My parents' hearts immediately went out to me. Dad sighed and turned to Claire. "Claire, let the butler show you to your room to rest. I'll have the doctor check on you later. You'll have to be more careful around the house from now on." Claire's expression darkened even further. Back in her room, she was clearly not ready to give up. A little while later, she appeared timidly at the door to the living room. Her eyes immediately locked onto a Celadon teacup on the mantelpiece, one of the few objects in the house that looked genuinely old and valuable. "Sister, that cup is so beautiful." Her eyes glinted with calculation. I nodded. It was my grandmother's. Claire's eyes instantly filled with tears. My grandmother, who I never got to meet?" Her voice dripped with a mix of longing and feigned humility. "I never had nice things growing up. That cup must be very expensive, right? Could I